Welcome back, everybody. Well, is there a prettier sight than a 2002 7.3 Excursion? I think not. I'm just kidding, kind of. Just kind of kidding. Yeah, I don't know why I love these trucks, but they are just the shit. I don't know. So if you've never owned one, don't own one. They're addicting. So, anyways, well, shit. What's on my mind today? Getting ready to go to a football game here in a little bit. That'll be fun. Got some work done. So I was just reading Janet Yellen. I think it was in. Oh, shit. I forgot the publication. It's one of those European publications. But Janet Yellen just came out and said, I think Americans should prepare for the U.S. dollar to no longer be the reserve currency. She came out and said it. And then she goes on to state Americans should prepare for that. Well, for those of you guys that don't know what that means, it will really mean hyperinflation damn near overnight. All right, if you think the prices at the grocery store and the gas station and everything else you buy is expensive now, wait till there is trillions and trillions of US dollars thrown back in to circulation, just being dumped. What do you think the cost of everything is going to be at that point? I've mentioned Venezuela several times in previous videos, and I mention it for a reason. Because if you look at what happened in Venezuela, what they did to Venezuela, the same thing's being done here. I know there's prepper communities out there, but son of a bitch, you know, an overnight collapse like that. And that's kind of how I think it'll happen. I think it will happen over the course of a week. I think you'll see prices probably, if not double, triple, maybe quadruple in some circumstances, and then go up from there. I think the supply chain, I think shipping costs, freight costs, when it actually hits and they're dumping the US dollar all over the world, it's going to be unbelievably bad. Unbelievably. And really for the regular American, it's going to be in hyperinflation, which shortly follows. Because it's happening now. The prices you're seeing are the tremors before the big one. So, I mean, if you guys have big expenses, big things you want to get done, barns built, buildings constructed, vehicles bought, things like that, if you guys have, things you need to acquire, now might be the time to do that while you still have some purchasing power left in those digital numbers in your accounts. That's kind of what I've been feeling and sensing, the spidey senses, more and more. And then as I was reading the article, I've known all this shit's coming for a long time, done my best to prepare, but for a long-term situation, which I think it'll be, I mean, I don't think there's going to be any overnight repair job like a storm hits and your power's out for a day and it's back on. This is going to be, excuse me, a long, prolonged, drug-out event, which most people are not going to have the resources to survive. In fact, I don't know how they're going to do it. So, and I'm not saying I'm in all that much better position than most. I think I am a little bit better, just because I've known this is coming for an awful long time. But when they start to put statements like that out publicly, I think people should really pay attention. Really pay attention. Because they're telling you. But unless you're looking for this information, you're not going to find it. You have to go looking for this shit. This isn't going to be on the front page of USA Today. No. This isn't going to be something that's going to be found on your local news or ABC News. No, they're not going to bring you this information, but they are putting it out. You have to go looking for this stuff. And then you have to know how to interpret it. But she's openly telling you the dump of the US dollar is coming and the United States citizen should be prepared. I'll put a link in the description. Just so, if anybody's curious, you can go through and read this. And there's more articles and, there's deeper discussions about it all over. But just something for you to take a look at and to consider. If you have large purchases, if you have a lot of digits in digital accounts, you might want to consider turning them into physical assets of any kind. So I really, truly believe that'd be the smart thing to do. You don't want to be sitting there with a whole shitload of digital dollars that may or may not buy you a hamburger. So, yep, that's what I got for you. So, that'll do it. I hope everybody's having a good day. Keep grinding, keep working, keep getting shit done. Keep the country moving while we can. Later.